Hi YouTube, T1 back with another pipe tobacco review. For today's review I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on a blend from McClelland. It is their Oriental number 12 blend, or mixture number 12. I'll read the tin description to you. Rich and full of flavor, especially appealing in the evening. Still, spiced gently enough with latakia and Turkish leaf to be a superb occasional smoke for the person who normally prefers lighter mixtures and matured Virginias. So I bought this blend recently along with the 4 other Oriental mixtures from McClelland as part of a sampler pack. I'm a fan of Oriental leaf tobacco, and this looked like it might be interesting, so I decided that's what made me decide to purchase these, and I thought I would share some of my thoughts on them. I got a couple of comments in a recent video when I shared my box opening of these that some people were interested in what I thought of them, so I figured I'd include them in my pipe tobacco review series I'm doing this year. And I'm starting with mixture number 12 because according to the date code here, this tin was was tinned in February 2008. It's the oldest one of the 5 Oriental mixtures from McClelland, the sampler pack that I bought, so I'm going to open this one first. So let's get to it. I'll open it up and give you my initial impressions. It has that little pop top type of lid here. So okay. Yeah, I can smell the latakia, but it's not real strong. I can smell the Oriental leaf too. Here's what it looks like. A little loose ribbon cut. The dark black stuff is the latakia, and I'm assuming the lighter colored thing ribbons are part of the Oriental leaf. I'm sure it's got some Virginia in there as well. Nice tin note of latakia and Oriental leaf. Don't really smell any Virginias though. Especially considering that McClelland Virginias are kind of infamous for their vinegary, ketchupy smell. Something about how how McClelland prepares their Virginia leaf tobacco. It frequently has that vinegary, ketchupy smell, and I really don't smell that in here. Or if it's there, it's just so faint to not really be noticeable. So it's mostly just latakia and the Oriental leaf. Pleasant. So, alright, I'll load a bowl up in one of my pipes and get smoking on it, and I will be back and let you know my initial impressions. Alright, I'm about halfway through my first bowl, and my initial impressions are this is a very light blend. And by light, I don't mean like nicotine strength, I mean like taste and aroma. This pipe I'm smoking it in, my little Paranelli Apple, is one of my better, or probably my best pipe for smoking latakia based mixtures, because it does an excellent job of bringing out the flavor of, English's latakia blends. And even though this is called Oriental Mixture number 12, it's got latakia in it, so that's why I smoked in this pipe. But even in this pipe, it's just very light tasting. It's almost, I can taste the latakia. Is it latakia or latakia? I've heard it both ways. Somehow I got a feeling that in Syria it's actually pronounced latakia. We just, here in the West, we pronounce it latakia. Anyway, either way, you know what I'm talking about. The flavors are just really light, and it's almost airy. I can smell and taste the latakia and the Oriental leaf, but it's really light and gentle. For someone who likes a tobacco blend that has, a nice, full, rich, pronounced flavor to it, they're probably gonna be disappointed with this mixture number 12. For someone who maybe who doesn't like a lot of Latakia, or doesn't wants to try Oriental leaf tobacco, not sure whether they're going to like it, or, much, and don't want to be a heavy dose of it in case they don't like it. This would be probably a good blend to try. Give you an idea of what Latakia and Oriental leaf taste like. It's not strong. It's not really pronounced. It's very light and gentle, mellow. For me, it's a little too. My first impression is this is a little too light and airy for me. I want something with a little bit more kick to it. I don't mean nicotine kick. I mean more flavor, more aroma than this is delivering. So we'll see. I'll keep smoking it. Different pipes, different days, different moods. Things like that. See how it does. See if it changes, gets better, gets worse, whatever. I'll be back. Well, it's been several weeks now since I opened up that tin of McClelland's Oriental Mixture number 12, and I've smoked about 2/3 of the tin. Got about 1/3 of it left, and I'm pretty sure I've got a good idea, a good handle on this blend. I don't really need to finish off the tin to kind of summarize my thoughts. Today I'm smoking it in. This is my Peterson Canadian shape pipe. The finish is known as Killarney. So this is a Peterson in the Killarney finish. It's my Canadian. And surprisingly enough, this blend smokes best in this pipe. This is the only blend where this particular pipe has been done the best. Everything else I smoke in this pipe, it's just a good, decent smoker. But for some reason, Oriental Mixture number 12 from McClelland's smokes really well in this pipe. So that was a nice surprise. Some further thoughts on the taste and aroma of this blend. To me, it's kind of disappointing. A good way to describe it would be kind of musty and acrid. It's not as bad as that sounds, but it's also just not good either. It's pretty, at best, this blend is mediocre tasting and smoking. In this pipe, that musty acridness taste and smell is significantly diminished, and the Orientals and Latakia are much more pleasant in this particular pipe. But in all the other pipes I've smoked it in, nah, it's just kind of like, meh. Another thing I've noticed is that for whatever reason, this blend, I'm constantly having to relight it. No matter how carefully I pack it, the shape of the bowl, the pipe, the bowl in the pipe, and it's not like it's still wet or anything like that. It's not, it's at a good moisture level, starting to get a little dry now, as a matter of fact. But I mean, I can't light it once, do my charring light, tamp it, and then do a second light and just go. I'm constantly having to relight this, no matter what. So that's disappointing as well. As far as that musty, acrid taste and smell, luckily it's very light. Like I said, this is a very light and airish blend, so that musty acridness, when it gets to be kind of is not really strong, and so I don't know. Overall, this is kind of I can see why on TobaccoReviews.com that of the 5 Oriental mixtures for McClelland in this series, number 12, gets the lowest rankings, worst reviews. It's just kind of, it's not a lot of flavor there, and the flavor that's there to me is rather disappointing. So I won't be getting this again. Yeah. I have noticed something interesting. The other day, for my first smoke of the day, I was having some of this, and I was having it with a cup of coffee. Now, I'm a very irregular, occasional coffee drinker, and I like my coffee on the sweet side. And I noticed that when I was having some of this Oriental Mixture number 12 with my usual with a cup of coffee the way I like it, that was a really good combination, surprisingly good, such that so good it was like that would probably be the only way I'd really want to smoke Mixture number 12, would be with my cup of coffee, whenever I have a cup of coffee, prepared the way I like it. See, I just had to light this again. So there's a little, just in summary, there's a little bit too much for me. There's a little bit too much effort involved in getting the best out of this smoke, and even at its best, it's just kind of okay. So there you go, my totally subjective review of McClelland's Oriental Mixture number 12. Take it for what it's worth. Hope you enjoyed that. Smoke in peace.